Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Building and Chatting Podcast Revival Edition. We're bringing it back from the dead, and for the first ever podcast back, we have Skyren, the leader of Potatoes, and the hater of Stormtrooper helmet holes, which we will talk about later.
Yay!
Please introduce yourself, Skyren.
Hello. Yeah, like he said, I'm Skyren. I like Lego Star Wars and potatoes. Potatoes are cool. That's my catchphrase. Everybody knows me as the potato guy. If you know me, you'll know I'll talk about potatoes at some point in time.
I think people will know you because you are a lot bigger than me right now.
And I don't
So
hate stormtrooper helmets. I hate or holes. I hate clone trooper helmet holes, and I hate the new stormtrooper helmet from 2019 and up.
Okay. And we will get into that more. But first, because. Oh, wait, I forgot. I prepared something special for this episode.
Oh boy.
Bounty ask Guy anything on the bottom. Let's go. All right, now.
Oh, that's it.
We're using the free version right now. But for the first part of this podcast, I wanted to ask Sky about the beginning of your journey. Why did you start YouTube, and especially why Lego Star Wars?
To be honest, I think I've always wanted to do YouTube ever since I was like a kid. And I was like, maybe someday I'll do it. And then I finally decided, you know what, to just start. My first ever video was in, I believe, 2018. So like almost 6 years now because it was in like November. Um, and
Yeah.
I just decided, Lego Star Wars because I've always loved Lego Star Wars ever since I was a kid. I got into it probably when I was like 2 or 3, and I've been a
Yeah.
fan ever since. And I was looking up like a Star Wars channels to see like what other people were doing, and I came across him and R. And I know some people don't care for him; they can think he's a bit of a crybaby, but I do still respect the guy, and I think he's a great content creator. And he kind of inspired me. I was like, I want to be like him someday. I probably never will ever even come close, but I wanted to be like him, and I guess I still kind of do.
Nice. And I think everyone stumbled upon M&R or like Solid Bricks or like Just Too Good. We all did those.
Yep,
And
everybody
then
knows those guys.
and then it spawned from here to where all of us are like, we're going to take those spots, but we might
Yeah.
never.
Evan is only getting bigger every single day, which I think is great for him, But
Yeah, well, I, I I agree with some of the Lego criticism, some of it, but there's some that I'm like, that's a little too nitpicky for me. Like,
yep,
there's ones
like
that are too nitpicky,
like
but
complaining about the size of a box, I'm like, that's dumb. I don't care what anyone says. Like, if you think, oh, why is this battle pack box smaller than the others? You don't worry about it.
and the other thing with me was the ATST, the one with Cody and all them. It wasn't about
Oh,
Cody.
ATTE.
I
Yeah,
sorry, ATTE. Thank you. All the ATs gets me confused sometimes.
nerd. Yeah, it's hard to remember. I remember the Imperial ones more.
Yeah, but the only thing from that was like it didn't come with a hologram of Palpatine. Well, okay, well, but you can say that, but then we had everything else we wanted in it, so
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean that set was kind of controversial because it also came with a spider droid and it should have came with a crab droid.
yeah.
The helmet holes, the misprints on the helmets, they're not accurate to the box. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can complain about, but it's still a fantastic set.
Still, yeah, still beautiful. All right, well, we talked about your beginning. You said you just really like to watch old Lego YouTubers and also like Lego Star Wars.
Hmm.
And so, besides that, I think we should now get into the new. Or maybe not fully new, but I wanted to know, right, for the first, like, full on question, what is your favorite Lego Star Wars set? Like, what's the one you're like, I hold this above every other set? This is the holy grail.
I I had a feeling you were going to ask me this question, and I was thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so terrible at answering this question. I get this question all the time because I have a Q&A series on my channel, and I always
Hmm.
tell people I'm just so bad at answering this question. I don't think I have one, honestly. So
Okay, how about top five?
I
Can
like
you?
categorize it. So it's like, what's your favorite set from this year, or microfighter, battle pack, MIDI scale, something like that. So can you categorize it? Can you pick like that?
We can actually. What is your favorite battle pack?
Favorite battle pack is the Imperial Troop Transport. I believe it's set number
The
five.
Rebels one.
Yes, I think
I
it's set
love that
number
one.
7508. No, 78 75078. I could be wrong on that. I'm terrible at remembering set numbers.
Me
Um,
too. Yeah.
but I love that battle pack. It comes with the 4 Star Wars Rebel Stormtroopers. That's my favorite version of Lego Star Wars Stormtroopers is the Star Wars Rebels ones. You can
Yes.
probably tell with my PFP with the googly eyes that's actually a Rebel Stormtrooper.
Yeah, I love that battle pack too. I agree with you on that. That is like one of the best battle packs I've ever released. There's some of the older ones that people really love, and I think, well, these were great for the time, but they're not really good to today's standards.
In my
Um,
opinion, the golden age of like battle packs is in between probably like 2012 and like 18.
yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean,
Those
you
are some
had
of the
like
best battle
everything.
packs ever. Like the ones from 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17 are just amazing.
Yeah, and there were some where people are like complains, but it's like I can handle getting a Kiadi Mundi and sell the other ones just to get some clone
There's
troopers.
Yeah,
So
I mean that's one of the dumbest battle packs. My least favorite, if we're gonna
it
ask for that,
is.
is the Inferno Squad battle pack. I hate that battle pack with a passion.
Oh yeah.
Terrible,
Oh
terrible battle pack.
yeah. I didn't really come with my. I was thinking about getting it. I never did, and I can still get it for cheap somewhere. They
Yeah, because no
every
one wants it.
yeah. That was the Battlefront 2 one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
it doesn't make sense to be a battle pack. The minifigures were slightly inaccurate. The build is
They
not
really
canon and
should have
ugly.
done if they wanted to. They should have done the Star Destroyer from that game.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but I know what you're talking about. It's like a little transport ship. It was so cool. That would have been a great idea, but no.
Yeah. All right. Well, and now let's see. What's your favorite like Star Wars movie? Do you
Star
have
Wars
one?
movie Empire Strikes Back episode 5.
All right. Favorite Empire Strikes Back set?
Ooh. Does the Imperial Star Destroyer from 2014 count
I would
as
count a Star
Empire?
Destroyer because they're in all of them.
I don't know if that's an Empire set or if that's like technically from New Hope or the Last Jedi, not Last Jedi, the Return of the
Yeah.
Jedi. Um, I don't know. Maybe Boba Fett's UCS Slave One. That's a fantastic, beautiful set.
Yeah.
I'll go with that one just for the sake of it. Boba Fett's UCS Slave One.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Now, there have been a lot of sets that have come out from 2020 to 2024. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite battle pack from these years or a favorite set from these years? Is there any that just stand out to you that you could like be like, this is how good Lego does it now? Could you what are the examples for people you would say are like you need to get these if you still can?
Are you talking about like this year, like the new sets that came out?
This year or like last year, stuff like that. Like in this like 2020 era, what do you think is
Mm.
some of the better sets out of this beginning here?
Definitely the Imperial Star Destroyer. That is my favorite set that came out this year. I'm already saying it's my favorite, even though technically we got like I think 2 or 3 more sets to go this year. Um, and I didn't get all of them. I still don't unlike the Dark Falcon, but I definitely love the Imperial Star Destroyer. It is just such a fantastic and beautiful set. Um,
Yeah.
and then the battle pack that we got in the beginning of this year looks really, really cool with the clones and battle droids. That's a good cheap set to get. A lot of clones and droids. Unfortunately, it has the helmet holes, but it's still a nice set. Trying to think what else sets came out this year. Drawing a blank here. I hate being put on the spot. That's why I like with my Q&A series, I do it every other Wednesday, so that way I have time to think about my answers. But I'm on the spot here
Yeah.
trying to think. He didn't ask me these questions ahead of a time, so I'm like, oh, I don't know. Did you
Well,
see us TIE Interceptor? I know that's a little pricey for some people, but that is a very awesome set that came out
it
this year.
is. Yeah. No, this is what I wanted. I just really, yeah, I would just really wanted to know like what you really liked. Um,
Can you
wait,
turn up your mic?
can you?
You're really quiet.
Oh wait, did I put it? Hello,
Louder.
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 Can you hear me?
I mean, I can kind of hear you, but I'm worried that like the audio is going to sound weird in the video. So you should probably try to fix that.
All right, give me 1 second.
That's the beauty of not doing this live is that you can just cut this part out and no one will know.
No one will know, eh?
Nope.
All right, I think this is good. Can you hear me?
I mean, barely, but I'm like enough. But like, if this sounds bad in the video, I don't know. Can you up the volume when editing, like your side, but not mine?
I think I can.
You might have to. I don't know. If you can do anything else, I can wait. But if you're like whatever, then it's good
I'm,
enough.
yeah, I'm just gonna try one thing and then.
I'm like, just try pushing the mic closer to your mouth, maybe. I checked my end. Everything's good on my side.
Is that
That's good.
better?
Yep, that's good.
All right. So I think that you gave some great examples of sets that people need to get. Um, now, is there any sets that you completely do not recommend? You're just like, don't get those while they're on shelves. Is there any? We can do this year, because that's the main ones that are going to be there. Is there any
Crimson
this?
Firehawk. The Crimson Firehawk, that was a from that kids Young Jedi show or whatever it's called.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the 4+ set. It's like $50, and it's like this is garbage. And the minifigures are kind of creepy. Like Nubs, I think his name is. Like he looks like
Oh
he
yeah.
would come alive and attack you in your sleep.
Teddy Ruxpin over there.
Like I have Nubs in a display case across my bed, so like he stares at me every night. So
Oh God.
it's fun. If he ever breaks out of there, like he's gonna crawl in my ear or nose or something, you know.
Oh wow. Yeah. The young Jedi sets are definitely very interesting, we could say.
Yep. Um,
I think that's the perfect set to say that for, though.
maybe out of the newest batch of sets that just dropped, the Sarlacc Pit and Desert Skiff, just because it is a little overpriced. I think it's a
Yeah.
pretty good set, like in terms of like the build and everything. And there's no stickers, which that's fantastic, but it's just kind of a little overpriced. So like if someone's thinking about getting it, maybe wait until you can get it for like $10 or $15 cheaper.
Yeah. I think that is very good, and I think there will be sales later this year, especially around Christmas.
Oh yeah.
So if you can get it, a lot, at least if you can get it cheaper than the $80 price tag, that's better than anything.
Plus
Um,
tax. 80 plus
pl-
tax.
plus tag, yeah. Oh, I forgot, $90, everybody. But
Jeez, what's
yeah,
your tax? My
no,
tax is like $7 extra for me, but
no,
still.
I'm saying it's like close to 90.
Yeah, might as well be an extra $10. That's what makes it extra just ridiculous, I swear.
But it's the thing. It's like, and plus with kids, the kid, unless the parents like you can grab anything in the store and I'll buy it. A kid doesn't have a credit card, so if they want the Sarlacc pit, they pay it anyway.
I used to buy my Lego with cash when I was little.
I know, and now it's like, cough up that 90, son.
Yeah.
So that's a little unfortunate for people.
Another
But
set that I really love this year just crossed my mind was the Invisible Hand. I absolutely love MIDI scale. It's probably like
yeah,
my second or third favorite like sub theme from Star Wars. And the Invisible Hand just such a great, relatively affordable price set for a really cool little build. It doesn't take up much room, so it's not like a massive display set, but it is still a display set and it's beautiful.
yeah,
That just came to mind.
and people shouldn't really complain about the MIDI scale ones, because I actually think those are like some of the best this year
Oh yeah.
compared to a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Because let's think about this here. You mentioned the Imperial Star Destroyer. We're not getting the Star Destroyer for it. Everyone's buying that for Cal Kestis. It's and then
I didn't.
if, no, I love the build too, and I think people will love the build from all reviews and stuff. But I think a majority of people, it is Cal, because it's the first time you're getting him. Everyone loves that character, and those will
Yes.
sell out. It is going to be one of the biggest sets this year.
I think the minifigure's going for like $40-$50 on like Bricklink, huh?
I know. It just shows how powerful. Like, if Star Wars makes good stuff like that, it shows how powerful good stuff can be.
Yeah.
So
Although people
yeah,
are complaining because it doesn't come with a BD1.
just put them on. Just get the one from the other sets and put them on the back or something.
Yeah, people are complaining that they shouldn't have to do that. And I kind of agree, but at the same time, I'm like, well, oh well then.
Well, it's Lego. They're like, BD1 can still be sold, so we can charge more if we put BD1 in another set. So
Yep. But then young
it's
Leia comes with Lola, and it's like, wait, why is that? But to be fair, Lego's never made a young Leia or Lola before, so I
But
don't know.
well, Lola is only like a disc. BD1 is like a whole
An
other piece.
oversized inverted tile. Lola should have been a stud.
Yeah,
One of those flat studs.
it's literally like a giant tile.
It's ridiculously big.
It looks like a frisbee. It looks like
Yeah.
and it comes in
I
like
don't
one
know.
of the worst sets this year, the Build-A-Droid.
Hey, you
And
know what? Actually, I built that set yesterday, and I don't think it's worth the price, and I don't think it's worth it for like hardcore collectors. But like, if you're a kid or you know any kids that like it might be great for them. I think it's actually a pretty decent set. The builds are actually pretty cool looking. The droids, they don't look as horrible in person, like with those ugly shoulders, and it's a fun concept.
yeah, I know the reason I'm probably going to get it. It's not Leia. It was for Chopper.
Yep, that's why I got Chopper, Chopper all the way. In
Yeah,
fact, my uh, thought process on the set was this is Lego Star Wars version of a Mr. Potato Head.
yeah, and that's what I thought too when they first revealed it. But it's just like, I would R2 Chopper, and then the Imperial droids were good too. So I did like the Imperial stuff. But let me think. All the anniversary sets, all the ones that had the anniversary figures, were really good. So I don't think we can really complain about the anniversary, because it had good figures and good sets to go along with it. And I also think, out of like just building sets, not like a ship or something, I think the Droidica is one of the best looking models this
Ooh,
year.
the Droidica is fantastic, and it's relatively affordable. It's not like
Yeah,
$80-$100. It's like what was it, like $50?
50 or 60, but
Yeah, so I'm like,
most places now you can find it for around 50, 60. I think it was 70 at launch, but now it's like 50 or 60.
the only thing I don't like about it is probably the stickers because I hate stickers.
Not a Speed Champions fan then, are you?
No, I just built the Dual and Peridia set like the other day, and that
Oh
set has
yeah,
20 stickers for that little tiny set. It's like 20 stickers. The Ghost had a lot of stickers too. The Ahsoka sets for some reason have a lot of stickers.
I can. But the thing is I can understand the Ahsoka stuff because it's starships, and some of those designs are very like some you do need stickers for some of the paneling and stuff.
We already paying so much money though. It's like, come on,
And I
Lego,
know.
stop cheaping out. And then
No,
my
I
other
know.
complaint with stickers are almost every time you get a sticker now, the color of the sticker doesn't match the tile that it goes on. So it's like ever so
Yeah.
slightly off. And it's like, what gives? Black on
No,
black is like the
exactly.
only ones that match.
Exactly. Even in I can't use the TIE Interceptor as an example because I don't think it does have any. But
No, I don't think it
the
did. I can't
I'm
remember, and
pretty
I
sh-
built it.
I'm pretty sure it didn't, and if it did, it might have had like one or two. But
Wait,
I
it
didn't.
did. It has interior stickers, like on
The
the inside,
the
like
cockpit.
controls. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
because it's interior, if you hate stickers or you just want to save the sticker sheet and sell it in a few years or something, you could, and no one would know.
yeah, because it's so big, people are looking at the model itself, not
Yeah, unless you take the top off, you wouldn't see the cockpit.
and no one's taking the top off.
Yeah, I actually thought about not putting the stickers on, but I went ahead and did, and I think I did a good job. I'm pretty good at putting stickers on, but I still hate stickers.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it too. It's not too bad. All right, so we basically have covered every 2024 set.
Yeah,
We've talked.
every 2 out of like the 50 sets.
Well, we mentioned the anniversary sets and stuff like that, and I do think this was one of the better years from the 2020 era, like 2020 to now. This was one of the better years for sure. I will not ever doubt that. And last year was pretty good too. But
I have a few
I
complaints about this year, but I would agree it's mostly been really good.
I have one major complaint about this year. That we didn't have any Bad Batch sets ready for season 3.
Mm,
I think there should have been at least one, like how they did the uh the Bad Batch shuttle right before the launch of season 1.
yeah,
They
I
should.
agree. My idea was, and I think other people have said this too, so I guess I can't say it's my idea, but was a clone turbo tank, and then they could add like Wolf and stuff because that would have been just really really cool to see. I don't
Mhm.
think Lego's ever made a Commander Wolf, right? In Lego. Well, I
I
guess they
don't.
did a phase one.
What
I want a phase two
did
Commander Wolf.
they did? Didn't they do Rebels and the Phase 1?
Was
Because
there?
was it?
Oh, does that count though? Because that's Star Wars Rebels. They didn't really look like clones anymore.
No, no, they had the arm. What? Like half of the armor.
Yeah, I want a Clone Wars style Commander Wolf in phase two armor.
I think we would get it next year with a Bad Batch set.
But then are they going to bring back the Bark Trooper helmet? Because I don't think Lego's ever used the Bark Trooper helmet since the Battle of Saleucami.
They
I
might.
could
You
be
never
wrong though.
know.
And then are they going to ruin it and desecrate it with holes?
All right. Well, this is what I wanted to get into. The main, basically, the main topic everyone wants to talk about with you.
Oh boy!
Oh boy! Oh no! I'm in danger.
I'm in danger! Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Helmet holes. Why do you not like them?
Sorry, the word makes me barf just a little every time. They're just I don't know. I'm not as much of like a complainer as like some people when it comes to Lego Star Wars. Like I usually just kind of am like whatever. But there's something about I'm gonna barf. I'm gonna barf. No, it's not that bad. I don't know. I just think that I agree. They take away from the clone and they make them look bad. Now, if you put a rangefinder on them or like the binoculars or whatever they're called, then it looks good.
It does
But
look
I
good, yeah.
agree, Lego should only make them for the ones that need them, like Commander Cody. He needed it, and it looks good on him. But the rest of the clones in that set, it just looks dumb. Do you want me to continue? Something happened? We'll just cut this part out. Guess you accidentally bumped something when turning your camera on and off, huh? You good? I mean, I can continue going if you want me to. Also, while you're trying to fix whatever happening, your profile picture went away. If that matters to you, because your name's still there. But potatoes are cool. I like potatoes. Potatoes. I don't know if you want me to keep going or not, especially while I'm zoomed in, because then it's gonna look weird. Um, I guess I can just keep going, and then if you're like, do that again, I can just do it again. So, oh, now you're back. As soon as I was about ready to get started.
Yeah, no. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
All right, cool. Sorry about that. You can go back to answering about helmet hulls, your favorite subject,
Where was I? I said that I don't like them because I said that they look good on certain minifigures.
but that you shouldn't have them on the other ones that don't need
Yeah.
accessories.
So another set that comes to mind that just like is absolute dog crap is the 332nd Trooper Battle Pack. And if you read the description, it's like, oh, Commander Vaughn or Captain Vaughn, whatever his name is, comes with a special helmet. It's like, no, he doesn't. All four of the helmets are the exact same. It's just you put the little additional piece on his helmet. That's stupid. It's not unique, it's not special, it's not different. And so Lego lied. And the rest of the clones, the 332nd Troopers, suffer from the ugly helmet holes. Plus, the printing gets messed up because of the helmet holes. And the printing
Hmm.
looks really bad because it doesn't connect to the fin like it should. And there's like such huge fat gaps. You look at Commander, or not Commander, Arc Trooper 5's, his helmet is completely inaccurate with the little blue eyebrow thing. Instead, they made it like two separate arches when it's supposed to be one. So it looks like blue eyebrows. And he's got the ugly helmet holes. Not a fan. Just ugly, ugly, ugly.
All right, and now I'm seeing more on your side, where I do agree with you about that. I think that only certain characters, unless Legos like these clones have these accessories on their heads or whatever, that's fine. But if they don't have any accessories, I wouldn't put the helmet holes. I don't think that you should. And I agree, Cody, Rex, they all need them. But when you go to like some basic clones, barely any of the clones use stuff unless it's like a rangefinder or something.
Yep. Now I get it
So
for kids and the diversity or whatever. Like kids probably love it, and they're like, "Hey, I can put a blue rangefinder on my clone trooper from whatever. Like you can mix and match. Like you could have a blue one on a Coruscant guard if you wanted. Like I don't know why you would, but you could. And personally, I think that that's fun. But when you don't have anything on the clone, it just looks awful. It just looks bad, you know.
yeah, the holes do show pretty wide, especially if you're looking at an angle, like an angle that looks really bad with the hole.
And then like
So,
Lego like went out of their way to make them like a dimple instead like of just having the hole directly in the helmet. Kind of like you can use a Mandalorian helmet as an example. Unless you're looking straight at the hole, you don't really notice the holes there. But on the clone troopers,
no.
you always notice the hole.
And I think the thing about it that's different from the Mandalorian to the Clone Troopers and Stormtroopers is that it's a white helmet. It's more visible. Like it's
Yeah.
white will always show more than that dark metallic gray on Mando's. Like Mando's, it kind of looks like, oh yeah, I could see Mando having a hole to where he could put like a something on his helmet. I kind of get that, but because he does do that in the show, he does attach things to himself, so it
Yeah.
makes sense. But when you're having clones that don't need it, and I did want to pull this one clone back here. This is a clone from the newer 501st pack.
Mhm.
And look who this looks like. This was really meant to be like a Captain Rex stand-in until they made a Captain Rex.
That battle
That
pack reminds me of Battlefront 2 because it has a heavy, a specialist, two heavies, a specialist, and an officer.
yeah,
But it's
and
just
yeah,
I don't know. And another thing that's funny about the helmet holes, and this is where the conspiracy theories go real deep, is if you go on that battle pack you were just talking about, the 501st battle pack, the
yep,
images they show now. Obviously, they're just renders, so it's not real Lego. But the helmet hole or the rangefinder is going in the hole under the helmet hole. That's where the hole should be. The helmet hole should actually not exist, and they should go in that little dimple that's already in the helmet, but only on the clones that need it. The problem is
yeah,
then with those little binocular things, that wouldn't work. But here's an idea: make a new piece that goes up ever so slightly and then curves in, kind of like an L shape. So then it would work. I don't know, maybe that would look really ugly, but
yeah,
I really think only certain clones should have the helmet holes, and then some should only have a hole on one side. Like the Captain Rex should only have a hole on the one side, slightly lower, and that's where the rangefinder should go, and that would look so good.
yeah. I agree with that. I can see now. I can see why people got so angry about it. Or well, not angry, but they criticize a lot because it is a I can see what y'all mean now. It does create a few inaccuracies, and as I was just looking at some of the troopers I have, and now after you mentioning it, it's true. It's like it should be in that hole on the dimple,
Hmm.
like where they put them in the show, but it's not there. It's very interesting.
I think the biggest reason why I hate the helmet holes though isn't actually because of the hole itself, but is because it messes with the printing of the helmets. Go back and look at a clone trooper helmet from like 2022 or something before we got the helmet holes, and the printing on their helmets is actually accurate. Once they added the holes, for some reason it messes up the printing.
Yeah,
They're not accurate. Go look at the 212 Trooper from the 212 Battle Pack or Utapau Battle Pack, and look at the 212 Trooper from the ATTE, and ignoring the helmet holes, the printing is completely different and inaccurate. The printing looks better on an older model because I believe that set came out in what, 2014.
yeah, that's about right. Like about
So it's like, what the
2014,
heck?
13.
How come 2014 was doing it better than now? Isn't now supposed to be better? Lego's slogan always is only the best is good enough. And I
Yeah,
know other people make this complaint too, and it kind of sounds ridiculous, but it is technically true. If Lego's slogan is only the best is good enough, why is their best this garbage?
I mean that's true. That is true. Why? But I think it's a matter of I think it's a matter of also too that we know that there might not be as many prequel fans as there are original trilogy fans at Lego. And if you remember, this was everyone remembers the gunship debacle where they said this was the Did they call it the Star Destroyer or
No,
something?
they said this is the gunship from the original trilogy,
Yes, that's it.
and it's like here's the clone commander who also doubles up as the pilot, and it's like nope, that's
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
It came with Mace Windu, and the Mace Windu is nice, but then we got the Mace Windu in a playset like a few months or a year later, and that was kind of funny. But Lego did it. Just they did him dirty with the gunship, and people were so excited for the gunship. A lot of people were hoping for like either Jedi Bob or at that time we still didn't have a Phase Two Cody, so people were like, "Can we get a Phase Two Cody?" And Lego was like, "No, we're not gonna add exclusive minifigures to really expensive sets because that would be unfair for the people that can't buy them." But then they continue to do that. It's confusing.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, hey guys, we're going to make this Captain Rex exclusive to the Venator." You remember this? It's in the manual itself. It says
Yep.
exclusive to the Venator, and
And
it
then they
says,
yep.
and then $13 microfighter.
Yep. In this case, though, I love that one. I think that's hilarious because it affects scalpers, and I'm like, screw scalpers. They're the scum
Yeah,
of the earth who buy Lego early or get it early or whatever, and then sell it for like 20 times the price or even more. And people were literally selling the Captain Rex from the Venator for like 50, $60, and now
I
they
remember
can't.
it like $100
Okay, maybe it was more
sometime.
than I'm remembering, but now they can't because you can just
No,
go buy the microfighter. The problem is now scalpers are probably buying the microfighter just so no one can get their hands on it. It's still ridiculous. I agree that Lego messed up, but I also think it's hilarious because it affects the scum of the earth,
I
and
mean, yeah,
I'm like
that's
they
the
deserve to
thing.
suffer.
They do. But I think that is very interesting with the exclusive argument. I mean, there are ones that have stayed exclusive to bigger UCS sets or collector series that we don't see anymore. And then there's ones that are like, well, they're they come back, but maybe like one piece of printing is different.
Yeah. Well,
So it's
in a few years, every single Lego Star Wars character won't have pupils, right? Because for some reason, pupils are evil, and Lego's got to get rid of them.
the Darth Maul one was so weird.
Darth Maul, Ezra, Thrawn. What's that little creature that sits next to Jabba called? Do you know his
Oh,
name?
Salacious Crumb.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's not gonna have pupils. I've seen leaked images of him for the UCS sale barge that's coming out in October. He's not gonna have pupils. Why?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And that's literally one character that has yellow, like yellow colored eyes with two giant black pupils.
Also, what's funny about Darth Maul is Lego released two Darth Maul minifigures this year because there was the one in the Infiltrator that didn't have the eyes for some reason, or the weird eyes, and then they released a book like a month before that does have pupils in that special minifigure. So it's like, what gives?
Hey, you now you can collect the pupils and no pupil versions of Darth Maul.
Yeah, he just looks like a zombie.
A red and black zombie.
I mean, I kind of think it's cool because like I love
Actually,
Darth
I know
Maul
what
and
this.
like he looks really cool, but like it's inaccurate and it's dumb and it's wrong and it's weird.
Sky, I want you. Can you look something up for me,
Okay.
if you can? Look up the is the Red Demon Funko Pop from Insidious. Look that up and just tell me if that looks like the Darth Maul minifigure, because it does. I'm getting it for October, but
Said it was called Red Demon. What?
and it's from
Insidious.
Insidious Red Demon Funko Pop. I just want to see what you think.
I'm doing this on my phone, so I won't be able to show it on screen here.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh yeah, that looks like Maul, just without the horns.
I know.
Dang. Yeah, you gotta put a picture of this up on screen so people know what you're talking about. But Yep, I see it. That looks just like the Maul minifigure we got in the
I'm
Infiltrator.
here because I don't think I can do it while we're live. Everybody, you stay on the video, but look up the Insidious Red Demon Funko Pop and just look it up. And that looks like Darth Maul from the Sith Infiltrator. So if you wanna have a laugh, look that up because that's a fun one.
Ugh.
But yeah, I think that I think it's so stupid. I didn't know that Ezra didn't have pupils. I can kind of understand Thrawn a little bit because he's basically just red-eyed. I
Yeah,
get.
I think the Thrawn works the best out of all the ones this year. It's still probably wrong, but it's like, okay, whatever. But
But Ezra.
Ezra and Maul is just like, what the heck? Kind of fitting too, though, that it's Ezra and Maul because those were two of the best characters in Star Wars Rebels, and they paired together a lot in that one season. I think it was 3. I just thought of that.
Darth Maul took his pupils
He's
too.
supposed to take Kanan's eyes away, but he took Ezra's.
I will take your pupils, boy. I will take your pupils.
Jeez.
Oh my god,
I don't know
bro.
what Lego's deal is with the pupil thing. Apparently, there was a book or something that came out not too long ago. I don't know a whole lot about this, but maybe you've heard it. And they had like some kind of thing where they were saying that when the eye has printing, they can't do pupils anymore. But it's like, you've been doing that for the last 24 years.
What?
In fact, they've been doing that for the last however long Legos existed since they started printing eyes, instead of just black dots.
This is a $20 battle pack and has printed eyes.
Yeah. But like I mean like colors with a pupil. So like you
Oh,
could
like
use the
red and
old
all that.
Thrawn for an example. His eyes were black, but then red, but they had like the black pupil, right? But now
Yeah.
apparently Lego can't do that. I'm like, but you've been doing it for I said 24, I guess 25 years, right? Because Lego Star Wars is 25 years old now.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This might be one. Okay, wait. That doesn't have pupils. Let me find. I'll find one while you're talking real quick too. But it's like.
It's so weird to me, and I'm kind of scared to see what Lego's gonna do next year because I think this is gonna get even worse.
Even the Hulk has pupils on green.
Yeah.
So it's like.
That's an
What?
interesting question. I've never taken the time to look it up, or I've never heard anyone use it as an excuse. Is Lego doing this with other people's themes? Like, is there a Marvel character that should have pupils but doesn't this year? Or is Lego Star Wars just screwing Lego Star Wars because they can?
I really think we need to go into an investigation on this. The Lego pupil investigation, and just see if there's pupils.
I mean, if anybody is watching, please put in the comments or DM one of us. Let us know. Is there a single character in another theme that should have pupils but doesn't, and for some reason Lego is just like, meh, whatever, we'll still release it like this? Because I think
Yeah,
it's
and
just Star Wars. I haven't heard. I think Eminar would have brought that up because he's pretty good at doing his research with other things, and he would have been like, "Oh, look, they didn't do pupils in this set either." But maybe he just hasn't said anything because he doesn't really care about other themes.
yeah, but if that's true, I mean that's major because most of the Marvel characters are humans, and they need pupils. And if one doesn't have it, then big that's a big debacle right there. If that's true, if some of them don't have pupils, and I think the only one I saw was maybe Scarlet Witch didn't have pupils, but that might have been also for her switch form where she has the red
Yeah, I
eyes.
was gonna say that might actually work though for a character like that.
But I thought it was also with her normal eyes, but I might be wrong.
Hmm. Maybe there's one, but it
Yeah,
seems like Lego kind of caters more towards Marvel and like Harry Potter and stuff, and then when it comes to Star Wars, they're just kind of like, whatever, people will still buy it, so we don't care.
yeah, but especially when it comes to like fan favorite characters, I can admit this. if it wasn't a character that was super popular, I don't think anyone would have really complained too badly. If it was just some one-off character that no one barely ever known, or like it's a villain that's like a one-off in like one season of a TV show, I don't think we would have complained as bad. But where it's Darth Maul and Ezra, two of the most popular characters with pupils ever,
Yeah,
I
with
think
pupils, Lego. With pupils.
but I really think that's the biggest thing about it. It's like it's popular characters you're doing this to. It's not like it's not like Toto McGraw or whatever. It's not some random character. It's like it's
Yeah.
your main characters.
I think that's another reason why people don't complain about the Stormtrooper helmets as much as I do, is because, like you said, people don't really care. They only care about like the named characters and the really popular characters. No one cares about Stormtroopers like I do. I'm probably the only one that actually ever complains.
I care about Stormtroopers Sky. I
Stormtrooper supremacy, right? Or something like that. Stormtrooper lives matter. Doggy.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. We can just cut this part out. That's the beauty of not doing this live, right?
Yeah, or we'll just leave it all in and you can laugh at us. You can laugh.
Dorks. Yep.
You don't know how to do audio right.
You know,
I'm sorry, I got a kid. I have to leave the door open.
Yep. Excuses. Another minifigure that doesn't have pupils is actually the Night Trooper from the same set with Ezra and Thrawn, the Duel Imperia. But that one makes sense because he's a zombie. Like, he actually has a zombie
yeah.
face. So I'm like, that one works. That's like the one time Lego got it right this year.
Yeah. Well, Sky, we are now wrapping on 47 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you open the door?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Hi.
Yeah, she's here too. Yeah, but I think because we're getting close on 50 minutes, I think that is a good place to end it. You described everything you liked about Lego Star Wars, what you didn't like, how you started. I think we have a very good podcast here. I think that people are going to enjoy all the humor we put in, where Maul took Ezra's pupils. But
if you let me edit this, I'll add SpongeBob stuff and crap to it. Like, it's gonna get dumb fast if you let me edit it.
We need to keep it a little normal. Just this one.
Just a little. Okay.
That's my first episode,
so it's already a little not normal.
Okay, that's true. But
I'm
joking. But
honestly, though, to be fair, if you let me talk, I could probably go for another hour on things I don't like and like about Lego Star Wars. Like, I didn't even talk about stud shooters and stuff.
How about that's the next episode? You want to do another one?
Sure.
All right. We will be back with
wines and biatches about Lego Star Wars, like other YouTubers, but I'm less famous.
Yay. All right, everybody. That is it for Building and Chatting Podcast, episode 1. I want to thank Sky REN for coming on and just being a good trooper about it all. See what I did there? Dart trooper. Ooh. Derp. But and thank you all for watching. This was a great episode to start it off with, and I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you all for watching, and Sky, just say what you want to say before we go, man.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for letting me join. This was very fun. I appreciate it, and I look forward to doing it again. I think we should do this a couple times a month, maybe.
Oh, wow.
And then maybe once a month. It's up to you. I'm free most of the time. And then anybody watching, cool. If you would be oh so kind to leave a like and consider subscribing to both Bounty and me. I'm sure Bounty will leave a link in the description to my channel. You can sub to me if you want for some reason. I have a Q&A series where I answer questions. So if you want to ask me questions, kind of like Bounty Hunter did, you can. And then I also do short reviews on Lego Star Wars sets. They're only a minute long, so it's like by the time it's over, it's like, okay, done. Before you get bored, it's over, kind of dealio. So,
exactly.
Fun stuff to make. I always enjoy making them. I love making ASA. ASA is Ask Sky Anything. I've been doing that for like 3 years now. I think next episode will be 126. So
yeah, man, that's amazing.
But come ask questions and all kinds of stuff. And because it's anything, it doesn't just have to be about Lego Star Wars. Usually what I
Yeah,
get questions about the most is Lego and Star Wars or Lego Star Wars, but every now and again I get a question that's completely off the chart and random, and those are sometimes the best questions.
that's amazing, man. Well, go subscribe to Skyren, and just have a great day. God bless, and we'll talk to y'all later.
And remember, potatoes are cool.
Potatoes are cool. See you later, everybody.
Bye!
Goodbye.